There's 4.
And Cagney and Lacey are 2 women who can do it.
Cagney and Lacey on Lifetime. Naturally. Every weeknight at 11, 10 Central.
Easy Street. I'd love to live on Easy Street. Nobody works on Easy Street. Just sit around all day. Life is sweet. I'm telling everyone I meet, if I could live on Easy Street, I wouldn't want no job today, so please go away.
Hey, my man, you left half your breakfast on the table.
I go for speed, not accuracy.
Boy.
What?
Oh, boy, oh, boy. What? There's a write-up of my new book in here.
Where?
Right here under book reviews. Living Without Loopholes, A Guide to Tax Simplification by Quentin Standard.
Well, congratulations.
What does it say? I don't know.
Well, read it.
I'm too nervous.
Would you like me to read it, Quentin?
Would you mind?
Living Without Loopholes is the latest in a series of investment advice books from critically acclaimed economic theorist Quentin Standard. That's you.
Oh, boy.
This book deserves to be singled out from Standard's previous work, as it is the only one
Only one what?
Yeah, go on, LK. We're on the edge of our seats.
It's rude to read at the table. We'll look at this later.
Don't be ridiculous. Finish it.
Who wants more coffee?
I'll finish it. Deserves to be singled out, as it is the only one which can be called a complete waste of time.
What? Uh-oh.
The text consists largely of uninspired dribble, and the financial information is far below standard. They punned your name.
I've been punned. I don't believe this. I was always the darling of the critics. I've never had a bad review before.
Well, why did you write a bad book?
I didn't. I wrote a great one. I spent 2 years working on it.
I'm sorry, Quentin.
My career's over.
No, it isn't. Plenty of great writers have gotten bad reviews.
Like who?
Everyone. Fitzgerald, Faulkner, Tolstoy.
Andy Rooney.
Well, I've got some shopping to do.
Eleanor,
What?
are you sure you want to go shopping?
Of course I'm sure I have to get some napkin rings.
Can't it wait?
If I wait, all the best ones will be picked over.
But
What about him?
he's upset.
Well, of course he's upset. He's been raked over the coals.
Don't you think you should say something to make him feel better?
Look, LK, I've been married to this man for 4 years. He gets in a bad mood, he sulks. There's nothing I can do to bring him out of it.
You could give it a shot.
Oh, all right. Quentin? Cheer up. See what I mean?
Crystal Light Bar says, think cold. Creamy. Think double chocolate fudge.
Double?
Relax. They're from Crystal Light. Just 50 calories. New cool and creamy bars. Now stop thinking.
I'm Dr. Michael Resnick with help if you really want to stop smoking.
This medical news update is brought to you by
Aspirin-free Anacin 3.
If you're trying to stop smoking, nicotine gum can help wean you from the habit. Researchers in Denmark proved this recently with a long-term study. They showed that 30% of those given nicotine gum was still smoke-free 2 years later. So please, ask your own doctor about nicotine gum. It works. Now this.
When headache pain hits you with the old 1-2, fight back with 3. Anacin 3. Maximum strength Anacin 3 gives you 50% more pain-relieving medicine than regular strength aspirin. But it's aspirin-free, so it won't irritate your stomach like aspirin can. When headache pain hits you with the old 1-2, fight back with 3. Anacin 3. For fast, effective relief, fight back with maximum strength Anacin 3.
I think that birth control is a big issue in a woman's life. I've looked into all the options, and I'm using the Today Sponge.
I talked to my doctor about the sponge. It works 24 hours without hormones. That's a big plus in my book.
And you know, I read that Today Sponge was tested over 10 years. And that's important to me.
I heard millions of women have used it. And the bottom line is that it works for me.
The Today Sponge. Today's choice in birth control.
Maybelline Fresh Lash Mascara. Waterproof, smudge-proof, 24 hours. Smart.
Skip the details. It's the one that keeps on keeping on. Beautiful. Fresh Lash.
Smart, beautiful Maybelline.
Quentin,
Hi.
are you developing film in here?
Oh, no.
What are you doing sitting all alone in the dark?
Nothing.
Good afternoon, Mr. Standard.
What's good about it?
Well, for one thing, it is a beautiful day outside. We're going to have lunch on the patio. Doesn't that sound like fun?
No.
Perhaps you'd like to take your lunch inside, sir?
I don't deserve lunch. Give it to somebody who's written a good book.
But I've prepared fish fingers. I know how much you like them.
I hate fish fingers.
Bobby, why don't you take the food out onto the patio? I'll be out in a minute.
Yes, madam.
Quentin, I'm sorry that the newspaper didn't like your book.
Oh, well. That's life in the business biz.
Would you like to talk about it?
No.
Quentin, you're drinking.
Uh-oh. Orange soda.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you. Lunch is ready.
I'm not eating.
Don't tell me you're still pouting.
I have a right to pout. I've been publicly humiliated.
Yes, but you've had all morning to get over it.
Eleanor.
What?
Isn't that a little rough?
I can't help it. I don't like being around unpleasant people. You can stay here and mope all day if you want. I'm having lunch.
Thanks a lot. She's taking it pretty hard.
I'm sure she's upset in her own peculiar way.
I suppose I can't blame her for the way she's acting. No one wants to be married to a goof.
You're not a goof.
Don't try to make me feel better, LK. It won't work.
I heard a good joke today.
Yeah, so did I. It's called my life.
Okay, well, we'll be outside if you need us.
Thanks. What have I done?
Oh, hey, Quentin, still feeling a little blue?
I've wasted my life.
No, you have not.
Well, I've wasted 2 years of it. Do you know what it's like to spend 2 years of your life writing a book?
I once spent 2 years reading a book.
I should have never been a writer. I should have stayed in law school.
You went to law school?
Yeah, 3 weeks. I remember when I dropped out, I felt like such a failure. Kept hearing this little voice over my shoulder saying, "Quentin, you're a boob."
That was just your imagination.
No, it was my father.
Quentin, you're just in a slump. You'll pull yourself out of it.
I don't want to pull out of it. I want to wallow.
No, you don't. You know the best thing to do when you're depressed? You get out of the house and you do something fun.
I don't know how to do anything fun.
Well, we do. Why don't you come hang out with us?
Yeah? And do what?
Well, we got tickets to the Lakers game tonight. You could come along.
Basketball?
Yeah, you'd like it.
Nah, I don't enjoy basketball. I was never any good at it.
How could you not be good at it? You're halfway to the net.
Well, I used to think I could be good at it. I thought I could be great. It's just that no one would ever play with me. I remember once I was walking by this basketball court, and I found a ball on the Ivey, and I started playing by myself, you know? And I was dribbling like crazy. I was doing layups and hook shots, and I thought, hey, with a little practice, I could be really good at this. Then my mother called me home to take my violin lesson.
Come on. What do you say, Quentin? We'll have a great time. We'll eat terrible food. We'll insult the other team, and we'll yell at the referee.
You would?
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
You see, men need a natural outlet to make perfect fools of themselves. That's what organized sports are for.
Really? Yeah, and Jack Nicholson, he's always at the game.
Oh, boy. I love Jack Nicholson.
Well, then that settles it. It's high time you had a night out with the boys.
Why shouldn't I? I have a right to be a man.
Sure you do.
I'm going to do something that I want to do. I'm going to do man things with men.
Good for you.
I'll go ask Eleanor. To heck with Eleanor. Right, men?
Right.
There you go.
Well, who's for some fish fingers?
Ricardo, every time you take that air horn to a game, you blow it off in my ear every 3 seconds.
Oh, it's not that loud.
It is too.
It is not, see?
Give me that. Honey, will you put this where Dennis the Menace can't get at it?
Hi, guys. How do I look?
You look great. You look like a regular guy.
Great. Well, shall we go?
Sure.
See you later.
Quentin!
Huh?
Why aren't you dressed yet?
What?
Have you forgotten we have tickets to the opera tonight?
The opera?
Uh-oh.
Don't just stand there gawking. Go get dressed.
I can't go to the opera.
Don't be stupid. Of course you can.
I have other plans.
What plans?
Bully and Ricardo are taking me to the Laker game.
That's not funny.
I'm not kidding.
Yes, you are.
Bully and Ricardo were just trying to cheer him up.
We thought it might be fun for Quentin to have a night out with the guys.
Is this because of that stupid newspaper article?
No, Eleanor. This is because I'm sick of doing things I don't want to do. I'm tired of the opera. I'm tired of fat people singing in Italian. That's no fun. You can't eat bad food at the opera. You can't yell at the referee, and Jack Nicholson's never there. The most you can hope for is Tony Randall.
What is he talking about?
Eleanor, I'm a man. And tonight, I'm going to start acting like one. Now, if you want to go to the opera so bad, take LK. The opera's for girls anyway. Let's go, guys.
You're really going with them?
You bet. And after the game, if we feel like it, we might even stop off for an ice cream. I might not be back till after the news.
I don't believe it.
Well, Eleanor, I guess we could go to the opera together. Would you like that?
No.
Good.
An illegal alien becomes a hero, but the government wants him deported.
No bail?
No chance. His only hope is Cagney and Lacey.
Next, here on Lifetime.
Shortcuts from General Foods.
Hi, I'm Sue White. I'll show you my light and easy pasta after this.
I'll bet I know why they made grape nut cereal so small.
So they could fit a lot in this little box.
They made it so small so there wouldn't be room for things you don't want.
Like a flat tire?
Not exactly, but try there's no room for added sugar.
Or preservatives.
Being all natural takes up all the room.
One might say that there is no room for improvement.
One might say that.
Post Grape Nut Cereal, the one and only.
I start my light and easy pasta by cooking some linguine. Then pour a package of frozen peas into a colander. Drain the linguine. The boiling water heats the peas. Add diced ham. Now toss with Italian dressing. Light, easy, and delicious.
Shortcuts from General Foods.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Would you sing I'm a Little Teapot?
No, not me.
I've got a rich, creamy Klondike bar.
I'm a little teapot.
Come on.
Short and stout.
It's a Klondike.
Here is my handle. Here is my spout.
Oh, here you go.
Here is my
For
handle.
that chocolate-coated ice cream, loaded big and thick, no room for six.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
You can put your spot away now, sir.
Okay, a totally different approach to eyeliner. This is called Perfect Pen. Maybelline created it, and it actually works like a felt tip pen. I kid you not. I mean, you can draw with this. Thick lines, thin lines, whatever. You're in control. And isn't that nice for a change? That's Perfect Pen eyeliner. It's brand new, it's smart, it's beautiful, it's Maybelline. Enough said.
Baby love.
Excuse me?
Where did our love go?
Pardon me?
Don't you get it? We've got Mary Wilson of the Supremes on attitudes and designer Lee Wright and a debate on how men and women communicate.
And after that, where will you be?
Back in your arms again.
Waiter, check, please.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m., 2 Central, here on Lifetime.
Oh, the game's started. Already?
Yes, Quentin. That's why they were playing the national anthem a few minutes ago.
You wouldn't have missed anything if you had to stop to go shopping.
It looks like a dashboard.
Gee, I'm sorry, guys, but I didn't know they'd have all this neat stuff. Here, bully, here's your popcorn. You want a T-shirt?
No, thanks. Popcorn will be fine.
Ricardo? Thanks. Oh, boy, this is great. Basketball. Which ones are the Lakers?
The ones in gold.
Oh, yeah, go Kareem!
Down in front.
Oh, sorry. Hey, look, there's Jack Nicholson. No, Jack!
Don't be a yahoo.
Let's go get his autograph.
Watch the game, will you?
Oh, darn, they didn't put mustard on my hot dog. You're supposed to get your own. I didn't know that.
Everybody knows you're supposed to get your own mustard at a ball game, Quentin.
I didn't. Well, you got any mustard?
Not on my popcorn.
I can't eat this thing without mustard. Excuse me. Do you have any extra mustard?
Hey, I'm trying to watch the game, okay?
Oh, yeah. Jeez, what's everybody so mad about? What happened?
I called him for traveling. He didn't travel.
Who traveled? Where'd he go?
Sit down, you beanpole.
Okay, yeah. What's going on?
He scored.
Yay! Go Lakers! Go Magic!
Doofus, will you sit down?
Hey, buddy, I got as much right to yell as you do.
Yeah? How would you like me to break your face?
No, thank you.
That's telling him, Quentin.
Well, what was I supposed to do? Get in a fight?
No, of course not.
I'm not scared of him. Just don't want to get arrested.
I'm not suggesting you fighting. Just relax and watch the game.
Hey, Quentin, give me my soda, would you please?
Bully thinks I'm a wimp.
I do not.
Hey, I know karate.
Really? I'm shaking in my boots. Quentin, just having a nice time. Just don't start anything, please.
I'm not starting anything, but I'm not going to be pushed around by some jerk.
Who you calling a jerk? Nobody, sir. He's just speaking of jerks in general. Oh.
That guy kill you.
Oh, you think he would, huh? Hey, you know, I'm no wimp.
I said sit down.
Yeah, you and what army?
Oh, I'm gonna knock that big nose of yours to Anaheim.
Yeah, I'd like to see you try.
Eleanor?
Yes?
You okay?
Yes?
What are you doing?
Just gazing out into the night.
Are you crying?
No.
Well, Eleanor, would you look at me, please?
I'd rather not.
Eleanor.
Oh, okay.
There.
What's happening?
I'm not sure.
I'm losing him, aren't I?
Quentin?
Yes, I'm losing him to Bully and Ricardo.
Oh, now, Eleanor, I think you're overreacting.
No, I'm not. He hates Bully and Ricardo. He thinks they're just awful. Yet he'd rather be with them than with me. Does that make any sense to you?
Well, a little.
I'm losing the only man I ever liked. More importantly, the only man who ever liked me. What can I do?
Well, first of all, why don't we sit down?
I'm seeing a whole side of Quentin that I've never seen before. Suddenly he's a man.
Eleanor, Quentin has always been a man.
Well, technically, of course, but he's always been so nice and sweet and gentle.
A pushover.
Yes. I always loved him for that. I just don't understand what's happened to him. Why is he acting like this?
Eleanor, let's have a little talk about men.
I don't want to talk about men. I want to talk about Quentin.
Men are complex creatures. They have a lot of pride, and they have a hard time admitting their weaknesses. Now, Quentin was upset about his book, and he needed to lean on you, and you wanted to buy napkin rings.
Well, if he wants my attention, why doesn't he just ask for it? Why does he have to behave like such a brute?
Because he's confused and frustrated. When you're married to someone, you have to learn to be sensitive to these things.
But I hate that about marriage.
I think that's something you're going to have to work on.
Did things like this ever happen with Ned?
Sure, I suppose.
Like what?
Well, let's see. Your brother used to cry at movies. That always embarrassed him, so he pretended he was allergic to popcorn. When I figured it out, he got really mad, and we had this huge fight right in the middle of terms of endearment.
Then what happened?
Well, after they threw us out of the theater, we went home, and we bought some more, and then we started talking, and then we started laughing, and then we started kissing, and then we felt a lot better.
Well, I guess you and Ned had the perfect marriage.
No, not perfect. We had a lot of problems, but we always tried to work them out. We talked, and we listened, and we tried to understand one another.
I'm not sure I know how to do those things.
I bet you could if you tried.
Excellent. Since this.
What? Oh, my God!
Your eye!
Yeah, isn't it a beaut?
Oh, what happened?
He got in a fight.
Oh, well, are you all right? I'll have Bobby get some ice.
Oh, I don't need any ice. I'm fine.
Yeah, they treated it at the first aid station.
Yeah, right before they threw us out.
Oh, Quentin, does it hurt?
Of course it hurts. Wouldn't be a shiner if it didn't hurt.
Well, you guys had quite a night.
I'm sorry if I spoiled the game for you guys.
Ah, forget it, Quentin.
Yeah, no hard feelings.
Thanks, fellas.
We're just never taking you to another game. Well, I'm going to go watch the late news.
Yeah, maybe we can find out who won the game.
Eleanor, do you need anything?
No, thank you, LK. I'll just stay here with Rocky.
Good night, Quentin.
Good night.
Way to go, killer. Other than the brawl, did you have a nice evening?
It was the best night of my life.
Well, then I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Quentin, this isn't an easy thing for me to say, but I suppose that lately I haven't exactly been behaving like a saint.
You most certainly have not.
Well, you're a fine one to talk. You've been an absolute bore.
Oh, I have I?
Yes.
Well, you better get used to it, because there are going to be some changes made around here. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I am laying down the law. I'll say where we go to dinner, and I'll say when we go to the opera.
Oh, you will?
Yes, I will. And I might even start picking out your wardrobe.
You will not.
will if I want to.
I'm not going to listen to any more of this.
Oh, yes, you are.
Eleanor, are you all right?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Go away, please.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
That's okay.
No, it's not. It's unforgivable.
No, it's not.
I don't know how I could have done that.
Quentin, it's okay.
I don't know what's been wrong with me lately.
I do. You're upset about your book. I understand.
You do?
Yes. Now, don't worry about that. What do they know? Big, mean newspaper calling your book stupid.
They didn't call it stupid.
Well, insipid drivel or whatever it was.
Do you think I'm a boob?
Of course not. Quentin, I realize that in the past I haven't been very sensitive to your needs. I guess it's because I didn't want you to have any. But now I realize you do have them and you're entitled to them, and I'm going to do a better job of trying to deal with them.
Why, thank you, dear. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Quentin, you know, a few minutes ago, when you were yelling at me and you grabbed my arm, I was actually a little bit scared of you.
You were? I'm sorry.
Quentin? If you ever felt like doing that again, I wouldn't mind.
The July movies on Lifetime. They're hot.